So also there's a book that I've been going through. I think it's called Man Talks. It's by Connor Beaton, which is, again, he talks a lot about avoidant and anxious attachment styles, and a lot of it does get caused from trauma when you were younger. And so I'm going through that and, again, questioning, where did I receive love from? Why is it so hard for me? And, like, why do I feel like I have to perform? And honestly, a lot of it did come from how my parents were. And if I got bad grades or something, I would be pretty punished. If I talked back, I would be punished. If I didn't perform a certain way, I would not receive love. And honestly, I questioned a lot of my parents' love for me in general, just based on how things played out and I'll just say, I guess I was in foster care, and, like, with my mom, like, allowed that to happen. It felt like it was kind of like she chose different things. And so it's like, okay, felt like, obviously, it's not a logical thing, but at the time, I'm 6 years old, it felt like I wasn't good enough, and, like, she didn't want me, and she had to do certain things to get us back that she didn't do. And so it just felt like a unworthiness that I'm having to work through, because obviously it's not true, but if you feel it when you're that young and you feel it your whole life, then I have to face it now and figure out what is true and remind myself of that.
Do you have a relationship with your mom now?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, is it a good relationship?
Good is a relative term. So it's a hard thing when, like, I still would say that I don't know if I believe she's 100% genuine, I would say. So it's hard for me to tell, like, okay, are you being real? Are you being authentic? Like, I don't know if I trust her all the way, which is difficult for me because I can read people really well too. And so it's hard for me if I don't believe everything that she says. She's the kind of person who does very much like I do. Oh, let's make everything good. Like, no matter what's happened. Oh, you're feeling bad. Okay, well, like, think about it this way, and, like, reframe it and kind of, like, not allow yourself to just be real on, like, hey, this is hard,
Yeah. But do you feel like you really love your mom?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely love her. Yeah. I care about her, and I know that she did the best that she could.
Yeah. So you should watch the podcast that I did with Thatch. So Thatch talked about his dad or something like that. I forgot. So it sucks. But his mom or dad, they didn't have, like, the best relationship, all this crap. And then the dad ended up catching cancer and dying. And then he dealt with it really bad. And then someone told him, like, you have to understand that what your dad did or whoever did when they were young is the best that they could do with the information they had at the time.
Yep.
So who your mom was whenever she did X, Y, Z, that's who she was at the time.
Right.
And she's not that person anymore.
Yeah.
So if you have trust issues, like, some would say that you might have to just, like, get over it. I don't know if that's, like, a random thing to say. So with my mom, right, she was a single mom. She raised me and my sister by herself, right? So she used to be a cocktail waitress. So let's just say when I was younger, right, I would struggle with reading, right? I'm terrible at reading, like, terrible, right?
Your mind's too fast.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I gotta go. I can't read this right now. So I remember being young, and she would get super mad, bro. Like, if I'm sitting there reading and I'm messing up, she gets so mad. She'd be, like, screaming in my face and, like, getting like this, like, right in my face. And it would upset me. And I'm like, dude, like, why is she acting like this? Like, oh my gosh. So I resented her for that. And she kind of did that, like, I would say my childhood. And then as a young adult, I started getting older where I'm like, dude, I'm not going to take this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes she would hit me and all this crap, just yell at me, like, extremely, right? Until I got old enough where I was like, dude, I don't have to take this anymore. Like, literally, I'm, like, telling her that. Like, I'm not taking this anymore, right?